undefeated.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated Podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up. Listen, big up yourself. If this is your first time listening to us, welcome. This is a great boxing experience.
Big up to you, fam.
And if this is your last time, play is what it is, man. Sorry, I had to be this way. Take care. Take care.
I hope you bump your toe.
Just light though, enough to inconvenience, but like no.
Yeah, not pain, but like, oh man, I should still listen. Like, yeah, bro.
It feels mad, like to not have been there for Monday Night Smoke. Sorry, guys.
Wow, you're really disrespecting Taylor the Tape.
No, we're gonna get to the Taylor the Tape, but I had to get this straight out the gate, bro. I had to let this man know. I had to, bro. Missing Monday Night Smoke was crazy. I was hosting a comedy show, and in between breaks, I was watching. I was watching, fam.
Someone said you're still trying. You was out there trying to clear Conor Ben's name. I heard someone said you took a trip to Vada Forensic.
That's hilarious. Had the white lab coat.
Yeah. He was like, no, I must clear his name.
I said, so wait, this is the B sample. So if I swap this with water, what happens?
As long as that water's not from Flint, Michigan, fam. He mad cheating.
More other. He said, what? There's horse tranquilizer in here. That would be insane.
Mad cheating. No, but
for that situation in Flint, Michigan.
I will not make it light, but obviously sometimes you just gotta be sharp in it. Listen, I'm in training camp.
Bro. What's your Taylor the Tape, fam? Let's show these people up.
Oh, come on, bro. They know about me, fam. They know what I do, bro. I'm 0-0, fam. Never fought, never lost. High on box rec. Officially, shorter than Trav. Speed. Again, Marvel, DC, all of these are interested in me, but they're saying I'm out of this universe right now. Star Wars have inquired. They want to know because I'm moving like a Sith Lord. I said, no, bro. The Force is in me and the Force is strong. It's more Yoda-ish. And that's the agility. See when Yoda was bouncing all over the place? That's me, bro, in the ring. I don't want to be jumping on turnbuckles. It wouldn't look good, but I can. You understand what I'm saying? I'm doing things that has never been done before in a boxing ring. I just choose not to show it for the protection of other fighters because I can be very dangerous. I'm very that is my new name in thingy. Very dangerous.
Bro, do you know what's insane?
Talk to me.
You just said you would be signed by Marvel and DC. Them men are queuing up to try and get you on the books. Incredible.
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, no one wants to smoke. And the people that do want to smoke, they're not big enough to fight me. It's simple as that. So, we keep it moving. Big man, talk to me. What's your Taylor the Tape, bro?
Taylor the Tape's incredible, bro. Literally perfect. Literally perfect. I know there's not too many things in this world that God made perfect, but this boxing record is one of them. Like 2-0, 50% knockout rate. Half the men that entered the ring with me, they left on their back, bro. Height 6'4".
Is it what? The
stem cell treatment was insane. I did a bit of a misbalance though. Everything is we're trying to get things right. So what it is, I did the treatment on the legs, right? And then I said, okay, cool. The height is heighting, but now I need to work on my reach because it's got a balance. And I think I took too much. I did too much of the treatment. It's looking very Stretch Armstrongy, bro. Like I'm punching man from. Before I get in the ring, I'm doing daps. I'm high-fiving. I'm greeting the man. Then it's really weird at this point. I haven't left the house because I'm still trying to correct this. Like the torso is mad short and the limbs is just mad long. So it's like daddy long leggy.
It's out of proportion, but it's still knocking man out.
As far as what boxing is concerned, we've never seen me before, bro. Bro, the speed, the twitch fiber. We actually installed some twitch fibers in there.
Yeah,
and we and natural punch power. So basically, it's not like gym power; it's George Foreman power, bro. The stuff I'm doing now, we have bro. I'm incredible. I'm so dynamic, powerful, fast. I can fly, bro.
Damn.
My ring entrance is me flapping with the new speed, butterfly energy. butterfly energy. We've never seen it.
No. Do you know how much a waste of stamina that is before a fight, bro? No, that's a waste of energy. That's how I'm giving it up.
It's how I'm giving it up.
Stop it, it's not. You know you're coming into that.
You can't stop the rain.
Oh man, listen, let's get into it, man.
The boxing world is in disarray.
The boxing world's in disarray. The floor is yours, bro, because I kind of went off on Monday Night Smoke. This is where I am. I'll give you a quick overview.
I didn't get to listen to it properly.
I'll give you a quick overview. Basically, I woke up and chose violence, man. I was upset because I get it. Conor Benn is the poster boy for this cheating thing. He is. Now he's the poster boy for it. Unfortunately, there's been loads, but everyone's angry. And I understand everyone's anger. But let's not pretend as if people haven't been doing this. And let's not pretend, that the heavyweight champion of the world ain't still got the same doctor. That's all I'm saying. Let's not pretend. My thing is, like, Conor, so far, again, we'll use the word allegedly. So far, it looks like Conor's done a madness. Until we proves otherwise, the B sample talk, what is other talk, until we see something, it doesn't look good. There's no way to look at this thing and say, yo, this is the correct situation, right? But I just don't, and they're gonna probably throw the book at him, but there's many a people that need to be looked at in the light. I want the boxing board of control to be looked at in the light. I want Eddie Hearn and Calla. They still kind of need to be looked at still. For me, who else is there that I would say that I hope I said Conor. Right? Conor Benn, he needs to be looked at. But I would say those people there, definitely. And we're hearing incredible words that you've listened to interviews that I haven't heard. But yeah, man, that's my snapshot. But then
100%.
Something needs to be done.
100%. Now my thing is this, like it does look bad. Let's face the facts. Like the facts that are presently available, even though the whole story has not been told, and we're gonna wait for it, but we've been in this game long enough to kind of know that from here, we're waiting for the response. Do you know what I'm saying? The silence is there, and you kind of need someone to come forward and start to kind of address the noise. Do you know what I mean? But there's legal ramifications that might be taking place that prevent these things that you can't get an update on. So we'll wait to get that information when we get that information. But as of right now, it does look bad. It does look bad, and for that to happen to a rising star like this, you say it's sad, and it's a shame. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not over though, because as you've mentioned, we're watching boxing, and the real hypocrisy of all of this is the fact that this energy. You see, the whole thing. Keep the same energy is such an important phrase. Keep the same energy. Do you know what I mean? People gave us a lot of flack for certain things in the past. When, how can you talk to fighters like that? The rule is, if I say it here, I can say it there. That is it. Yeah. So if I act a certain way to my man, I've got to act a certain way to my man. These are the rules that we have subscribed to straight out the gate. Yeah? So if you look at the boxing space, and the boxing space don't apply those rules. Because if you did, Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo, Tyson Fury wouldn't be egregious for me to mention these names. For me to mention these names in this moment as a case study to show that you lot do not care about fighters. Not really. Not deep down. Because the way that the current WBC heavyweight champion and Conor Benn in an alleged cheating situation, even though right now all the facts available, it does look nuts ahead of any extra confirmation, have the same doctor, who is a testosterone replacement therapy doctor. This guy's come out saying, if you can get caught by the UK thing, you're stupid. Yeah? The evidence looks mad. But for me to be to not be able to, anytime I've mentioned Tyson Fury, you had to mention Fury, you just hate Fury. Sorry, let's put feelings aside here. Because if you want me to go down the road of why I don't like Fury, there's many videos on that subject, and it has less to do with boxing than you want to believe. Right? Now, when we start to talk about the facts that are available, how are you not a suspect in this moment? How are we not looking at your performances? Yeah. Now, this is people going to say again, oh, how rich Travis is just trying to pivot the thing. Oh, no, we're not going to leave Conor Benn's situation. That situation is ongoing, and we're not going to be able to ignore it. But don't try and pretend. Like, I see some people screaming bans, 4-year bans. Listen, shut your mouth. Because you weren't talking like that about Canelo, Billy Joe, Tyson Fury. You weren't doing any of that.
Canelo in there? Can you put Canelo in there? It's hard because it's been proven in that. I'm saying the Clem Boots is in the food.
End of the day, every situation is individual, yeah? Some look more nuts than others, right? But we've not, when you're dealing with someone who's got silence versus someone who's got their stories told and we know all the facts, it's hard to compare them like that. But every situation is different. I'm not trying to say Canelo and Billy Joe and Tyson Fury, they're all the same. But the outcome is there's something that was in there that shouldn't have been there.
Adverse finding.
Yeah, however you want to do it. But with Tyson Fury, you mentioned that, and it's almost like a cardinal sin. Let's go and look at that situation there, right? Because this Conor Benn fight, whilst they tried to make this fight go ahead, and the other parties were happy to agree, knowing all the facts, there hasn't always been like that in the past, and we've been able to accept those ones.
And like that's what Eddie Hearn is saying. That's what Eddie Hearn is insinuating.
Let me learn. Christian Hammer, when he popped dirty after the fight, right? He went on to fight Klitschko and win the belt before receiving any punishment.
Who are you talking about?
Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Right? So you was able to go out and get a belt after popping dirty a fight before.
Is he still?
This is the night in the
record. Wait, so after popping dirty, he fought Christian Hammer, but he popped dirty.
He popped dirty after the Christian Hammer fight. So after the fight, the post-fight test said you had steroids in your nandrolone or whatever the thing was.
So then,
right?
should your win be recognized?
No, it shouldn't be. But in this case, they made an exception for Tyson Fury. This is UKADA, right? This is the UK thing. Exactly. They caught him, right? They caught him, and then they said, well, I know what the rules say, but it's going to be fine. He's going to hold the win. He was able to go on and fight Klitschko and win the belt. So that night in Dusseldorf should be tainted, right? Just like how if Conor Benn was to fight Eubank Jr., bear in mind the fight didn't happen, by the way, guys. So all this talk about what would have happened to Jr. and it would have been absolutely insane. Eubank looks horrendous at this weight. I don't ever want to see him get down to 157 or do that again to his body. It looked nuts. If that fight happens again, it's got to be a safe weight for both of these men. But the fight didn't happen. We're talking about the past situation where Tyson Fury was to go and have that night in Dusseldorf, the celebrated night in Dusseldorf that people they keep referring to. It's tainted. It's tainted. But it's different. So when my thing is keep the same energy, it's not that I'm going to stand by or condone anything that may come out about Conor Benn's situation. But what I am going to do is not let you lot make this guy a scapegoat when we've got case studies that show that you don't really care about this thing. That's the issue that I have. I'm not one of these people that's going to ever be back in drug cheating thing, bro. You've heard my takes on Canelo. You've heard my takes on Fury. Let this thing come out, Fury, and I got the exact same takes. I don't like the cheating thing. This is different. Do you know what I mean? That's like, it's even one of the ones where now men are coming out and saying, oh, everybody's known about this. Frank Warren's alluded to Conor Benn popping dirty before. Who do you think looks bad in a situation where everybody knows certain things are going on and no one said something until now that it's out in the open? You don't get to be on the right side of history when you're going, yeah, but I know you used to do this thing back. Wait, you've been sitting on this information. It was okay until now. This is why this whole thing is corrupt. Everybody is going to lose in this situation. Nobody gets to be on the right side of history because all these promoters that are piping up, everybody's coming forward to say, you were going to let him fight. That's insane. Almost all of them have an example of when the same thing has happened before.
Yeah.
That's the hypocrisy that I can't stand. And the maddest thing is, it's one of the ones where when it's someone that you can't stand, now you want to see man drop down. And I'm like, that's not how a sport is supposed to run. That's not how sports rules are supposed to work. I got to kick the rules in because, I can't stand Eddie Hearn. So now Conor Benn's got to get 4 years. But when we mentioned that Tyson Fury's a drug cheat and still was rolling with a testosterone replacement therapist as his doctor who he goes to for a cold, shut up. Now we can look at Fury's fights. I see Chris Van Herden and Algieri. These men cannot wait to keep saying, yeah, the power felt crazy. Can't believe it. Man, ended my career. Big man, both of you, man, were out of the ring for mad years. I get it. You have the license to do this.
They're allowed. You can't stop them. You can't stop them.
I don't ever want to see a man not get paid. Go get paid. Go get another payday. But let's not pretend like anybody believed that Chris Algieri or Van Herden were coming in there to be anything other than learning fights. Let's not rewrite the narrative.
Wow.
Because when those fights were announced, the response was, when is he going to fight somebody real? So let's not get crazy. But again,
we don't.
Have your payday in it.
Until, like, I hear what you said a lot of stuff.
Let Van Herden and Algieri go head to head for the I don't know, the eliminator.
Nah, he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat belt. He didn't really get me belt. Listen.
Whatever.
Nah. You went off still. I have to respond to some of these things that you said.
Go for it, bro.
Again, you do that night in Dusseldorf because you talk about keeping the same energy, and that's why, bro. I'm never chilling on the British Boxing Board of Control. I can't stand those dons straight up because Len Johnson still has not been recognized. Still, in terms of, and he won. And then after you say another situation where someone can pop dirty, fight after having a fight against Hammer, and still obviously they know they're fully aware of what's going on. And then you let that man go and fight the heavyweight champion of the world, the one with all the belts. Where's the respect? Where's the
what about Vlad?
Where's the care for him? What about him who is older? So then after you say to yourself, well, what's going on there? Then you say to yourself, well, if he popped dirty after a fight he's just had, should that win still count? That's the question you say, because if you're not going to give Len Johnson his win, and he only didn't get his win back because he was black, let's call it for what it is. They said, nope, we're not having that. Sorry, we've done the thing. Go on Comedy Central, you'll see it. Me and Trav, we're telling the Len Johnson story. But this is this same organization. And now they've known, this guy, it was known for 9 months before anything came out, right? And then he gets it because people coming on saying, well, Tyson Fury served his time. No, bro, he walked away from the sport and they said time served. Don't tell me, if I'm not in the thing, don't tell me that, I'm serving a ban. No, I was away from the sport and I wasn't even vilified like that. No one calls him like a drug cheat. They just say, he had a mental health. He went on this journey, and we're so glad to see him now. It's not been mentioned about this. This is not mentioned. So I don't want to hear that. And
Dillian White had a situation, and I don't know how, but I haven't looked into the story. If there's more information available, please provide it in the comments below. But apparently his name was cleared. But his name was always going to be mentioned with drug cheats.
100%. No, I still want to get to the bottom of that though. I want to do, because it's mad. Everyone just told me that his name is cleared. And I was like, all right, cool, it's cleared and he's innocent. But I was like, what happened then? But anyway, we'll put that to the side. We'll do our digging. Let's come back. Let's be fair to come back next week with that information if we know. Yeah? If whatever we find out, we'll come back with it. Now you move on and you say to yourself, okay, well, everyone talks about caring for these fighters. If you're the authority, because it can only get cleaned up when the authority is moving correct. So if you're the authority and the only reason why you stop a fight is because everyone found out, I don't think you're in a good authority. That's like me only deciding to tell off my child because you lot knew what my child did. I saw it.
Wait though. So to clarify the situation, from I can't remember whose interview it was. I've watched so many now, man. But apparently the BBF, the British board, they said they weren't going to sanction the fight before the news dropped. Now that could have come,
bro. They're promoting. You know, we got me and you are doing a comedy show. Yeah, if the venue said it's not happening,
and we're still promoting.
What are you doing? We can't promote. That's the venue. That is the key authority, bro. There's no mics, no power, nothing. No one's coming. What are you doing? I don't want to hear that. Again, people are trying to clean things up because they still have a part to play. They're in boxing. They're a house in boxing. You have to pay them, these guys. These guys are powerful. If they say no, we're not doing it. Like open up a school without Ofsted getting involved. It can't happen. It's not happening unless it's one of them independent schools that are never going to be checked and it's not even accredited. But and that's not where it was. This is a real situation. I'm not hearing that.
No, 100. And it's just frustrating. Like, it's not frustrating for me. I don't, in this thing here, like, I don't like cheating. I don't condone cheating. Do you know what I'm saying? It's straight. That's it. Right? And it's got to be called out, whoever it is. But for me, I can't stand double standards and hypocrisy. I can't stand it. You don't get to dine out on these moments. You don't get to if you haven't been that person. Do you know what I'm saying? If you've been straight down the line, that's your thing. And now the cards are falling, so now everyone else is kind of falling slack, but your thing is still standing strong, then I say salute, bro. Regardless of the ethics, regardless of whatever, then respect. Frank Warren wants to go on and really go off in his interviews.
Was funny, though.
I'm watching him and Umar, they do the tag team thing, and I'm like, yeah, I hear that.
It was funny, though.
But you promoted the Christian Hammer fight.
I hear that, but it's funny in a sense.
No, you promoted the fight, and the fight still stands in history, innit? Nobody goes against it. He promoted that fight where man cheated.
No, but then is that after?
That's after the fight, yeah. But the fight still stands.
He didn't know, so he can't be culpable, right?
No, he's not. It's not the exact same scenario. But what I'm saying, he's been involved in fights where man's popped dirty. The win still stands on his record. You ain't exactly protesting it. Like, don't try to pretend like you're. Like, you really. This is what.
I understand. That's the part you're making.
It's the that I can't stand. Do you see what I'm saying? I just think it's ridiculous. It's very Be consistent. That's my message.
It was funny seeing him with the rule book, though. That guy couldn't wait to shuffle the. All I heard was,
bro. How many shoulder rolls did you see in that interview, fam?
Man, and it was an interview we was all looking for. Let's be honest, this is the rivalry we didn't know we needed. Eddie Hearn versus Frank Warren. We didn't know we needed this rivalry, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the pettiness. Again, it's like, I don't want to call it a changing of the guard, but things have shifted. Things have shifted definitely, and in Frank Warren's favor, it has. And like, no matter what. Even perception-wise, no matter what, however you want to look at it, he's got what you got now is you got Bentley fighting for a title, you got a future title shot, you got Yard future title shot, and you got and he's got the heavyweight champion of the world, And then this is the house that, remember when we used to talk about stables and this, that, and the other? Thing was looking like Rockefeller at one stage. He had there was nothing wrong with Matchroom and what was getting everything over there looked amazing. Now, Matchroom's had a bad couple of weeks. The thing that's propping them up and keeping them afloat is Canelo. If we deepen, yes, he's got all these other businesses and stuff, but I'm talking about when you talk about faces of boxing and the main guys and the people that move the needle in boxing, that's it. And then you got this other guy that's secretly just like ticking away, and he's trying to break down your. You got, I'm saying Frank Warren. Frank. You know what I'm saying? You even got Joe Joyce. How can I leave him out? He's another. You got Joe Joyce. Right now, he's in interviews. The shoulder rolling, bro. He's in there saying, you can see how happy he is talking to Umar and all them man there, because he's like, look, we're up. This is and even if they're lies and stuff, because all of them tell lies now. I ain't believing a single one of them, bro. If them man tell me the sky is a certain color, I'm gonna refute it. Because all of them, I don't believe any of them now. Now, just serve up a good product. That's all I can get from you. Give me something good, because you lot can't be trusted. Simple as that. But I am enjoying this rivalry. And they're pushing each other. Because at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn's next announcement, I'm telling you right now, his comeback announcement will be a big announcement. It has to be. He has to achieve something that we forget about this, and the news cycle was funny.
He's got to do something where it's like, remind us who you are.
He's Eddie Hearn, innit? He's got to remind us that I'm the leader in this thing, and it's hard because, again, even to move things, to segue into other discussions, you're hearing Gervonta Davis versus Garcia.
Just on the last, who do you think is sitting at number one right now? Still,
What as the top guy?
Yeah.
Frank is looking better, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got him at 1.
He's looking solid right now, bro. Eddie Hearn had a bad week, you know. No, that week is
yeah. I mean, but we've got to talk about every.
I know. I'm looking at the thing. I'm saying, Joe Joyce. Listen, you got. He already took down Frank Warren took down my man Ben Shalom. Remember when he was in the presser?
No, I did, but this is why I say in perception only. It's not. There's no numbers that's going to be able to say
no, not numbers. It's not numbers. I'm just saying.
But in their world, numbers is the only thing that matters.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I understand it. Who's making more money? You probably definitely. There's no way to look at it, but it's like almost like you had the hot album right now. You just dropped a strong release, and the other guys looking like Kanye right now in the new cycle.
I'll tell you what it is. It's Drake and Pusha T. It's Drake and Pusha T.
Yeah.
You won a round.
Yeah,
the bigger man, and it's the noise of that.
Surgical Summer.
The league hasn't changed, but that moment.
But then at the same time, and don't get me wrong, because I hate to big up. And remember, he still got Anthony Joshua. That's the thing that
AJ's been in his public profile bag, like when he's been in his celeb bag.
Hugo Boss chilling with yes.
Soccer AM collecting awards, bro. It's nuts. You know when man's like, you know what? Right now, obviously, boxing not the main.
It's feeling retiring.
There's nothing to it. No, it's not a retirement thing, but it's more like I'm just.
It feels retiree though. It feels kind of retiree to me.
No. It's not retiree. Retiree.
I know he's not retired. I'm just saying it feels. It's got like when he was with that award sitting down. I was like, right, like.
No, the retirement run, when the man announces the retirement, bro, that's a loud one. This is This is more.
This is collective flowers.
I'm the guy. Let me just go and do image. Bro, this guy's out here looking good. The Soccer AM thing, it's like he's just floating about. And this is the part of the conversation here where I start to say, when we start to talk about who's the prolific name or the prolific brand, because sometimes kind of people kind of get this thing that no, Tyson Fury is the money man. He's the cash machine, the cash cow now. I'm like,
he's not.
It don't look the same. It's not the same. It's not. But also, there's something I wanted to think about this week, right? We would have to talk about it in depth, but how come those numbers for Fury White was never released? That is crazy in this climate. Because if that fight did huge numbers, that pushes Frank's ability to say, Frank votes up. Them numbers didn't hit. There's no way they hit if you kept it secret.
We know that, but I can say to you without seeing any numbers and just predicting, of course it didn't. Because look at the moves that we made after. If Tyson Fury believed that he didn't need an AJ and he was just A-side himself, he never would have sent AJ the offer. Look at the offers that he's been doing. So you understand what I'm saying? What's the point? There's two, again, you talk about risk reward. I'm the money man now. I'm the brand guy. I'm the, what do you call it? When he was talking about all these revenues and these marketing stuff, he goes, I don't know anything about that. You know, he says, I don't know anything about it. He's that big man. You need to look at them contracts. But there's a reason why you don't know. There's a reason why you haven't opened that door, because it's not been these brands are not looking at you like that. You ain't really, and deep down, again, it's that thing of wanting to be, you want to be the guy in the Hugo Boss suits, innit? You want to be the guy that's sponsored by these car companies and stuff. You want to be loud. You do want to, no matter what. No one can say, "Oh, look at that guy having fun. Look at him over there buying out the bar, bro. Come on." If you come out the bar, look at, look at him. It makes you sick. Nah, bro. You wouldn't mind being over there.
You wouldn't mind being that guy.
You wouldn't mind being that guy. No one looks at this guy and says, "Nah, I don't really want to be him." Well, nah, of course you do. Maybe you don't want to be as flashy, but you want to be over there. You know what I mean? And this is the thing, and this is boxing, right? So now he's finding a partner. The person that they're trying to sell, this is the absolute disgrace. Actually, I'm pressed the button.
You are an absolute disgrace.
You see them talking up Chisora. Me and you did a pod, a while back. We said we need to protect Chisora. Enough's enough. He gave that speech. Remember when he says, sometimes I'm going to lose, sometimes I'm going to... You know that mad speech at the end of the fight? That's someone that done that. And then if I go back, I must be able to find the receipt of Frank Warren saying, look, Chisora's done this and but maybe it's time. You saw it. I think there's an interview like that. I'm gonna go and look for it. Yeah. But all of a sudden, this is a great competitor. All of a sudden, his bout against Usyk, the middleweight, the pumped up middleweight that no one respects, is all of a sudden it's a great yardstick. You don't respect Usyk, so why are you saying this? You lot weren't saying Usyk was this guy before. Eddie, Frank Warren's like, Fury will run for him, this, that, and the other. Now you're gonna take someone that almost went to almost took Usyk into deep waters. I don't believe he did. I don't believe he did, but again, you get to re-narrate history just so you can talk up this embarrassing fight. This fight is an embarrassment. This fight was always the plan. You man always wanted to go this way. And then after...
I don't even think it was always the plan. Char was the plan.
Oh, no, but they knew Char, you just couldn't get away with that. They knew that it was... So then after you say, you know what, Del boy, we're going to watch it. End of the day, people are going to watch it, right? But it is an embarrassment. The guy's on this. We're talking about, should he still be the gatekeeper? I don't think he's even keeping that gate anymore. Maybe someone else needs to be there. So this is how the story has progressed. Yeah. It's embarrassing. And it's to say other things haven't happened because we spent so much time negotiating that one. I heard him say something along the lines of Dillian White and Dubois didn't happen because, we're talking with AJ's lot, and trying to make that thing happen. And I understand the thing about the box off. He said basically can't charge 2 box office prices in a week of itself. Like, you're asking people to spend a lot of money. I like that one.
In what time frame? Who else?
He's saying basically you would have done AJ and Fury, then it would have been Dubois and Dillian.
Oh, in the same 2 week.
In the same, it's a bit nuts. It's there, but you never, as you said, you never believed that fight was going to happen anyway. You never believed it was going to get AJ anyway. So there's no excuse for it's just nonsense.
They didn't want to give. I mean, the fact that Dubois is fighting I don't know who this guy is. I think it's Kevin Labor or something like that.
Bro, has it been announced? Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, it's not serious, isn't it? You don't go from a Dillian White as a potential and then give us that. You had no interest in putting Dubois in with Dillian White.
Kevin Lorena. I don't know.
Same, but it is what it is, bro. Like, let's not pretend in it.
Hope he looks good though. I hope he comes out. I hope it's a good fight for him. But again, this whole thing is mad. This whole thing in terms of Fury, do. Andy Ruiz has been piping up. I would have liked if Fury said, you know what, I'm just gonna mash up all the people that AJ struggled with.
Yeah,
so Andy Ruiz, come, let me quickly tuck you in. Who else is on there? Usyk, he said he's fighting Usyk next year. Wicked, tuck him in.
It's not happening.
Huh?
I stand by that fight. It's not happening.
Really?
I don't think we're going to see that fight.
Can we put something on it?
I mean, sure. How many bets outstanding do we have at the moment?
Yeah, there's one that's really outstanding. No, but you're not allowed to do that business days crap that you do. It has to be immediate. I need to speak
to my accountant then, because basically that's the terms on all my bets. I signed that contract 3 years before I even knew you existed, fam. So I'm locked in. This is going back to Shadrach days. I signed that contract. Lifetime terms.
How many years ago that is? Yeah. Imagine having an extended contract with someone you didn't really know like that.
That's hilarious.
You just on skates, mind your own business. And
I'm signing that all my bets. That's insane.
I saw some really cool news. Go. I saw some really cool news, bro. It got me excited. As a Nigerian man myself, I heard about AJ potentially versus Wilder. I think, is it going to be in? Have they said in Nigeria or is it in Africa?
If that fight happens, oh my! If that happened, that would be huge.
Culturally, massive. Culturally,
that gets that the Foreman Ali shades.
Incredible. Again, imagine like you're talking about the Ghana did this thing called the Year of the Return, right? And that was pretty cool. Well, and everyone was just people flying in, right? Imagine now you're saying you got some Brits flying in, you got Americans getting back to Africa, you know, to watch. I don't know where it'll be. Probably, I don't know.
I think AJ being from Nigeria, he's gonna angle it that way.
It's gonna, and what's Wilder's Nigerian?
Is he?
Yeah. You notice he's got into his you seen him got into his, I don't know if he's Igbo though. I'm gonna check that. Wait. Deontay Wilder, he's traced back. Deontay Wilder.
Boy, either way, them two men going to Nigeria and putting on a fight like that out there. Jesus.
Edo. Yeah, he's from Edo State. There you go.
Fam, that would be incredible, boy. I'll be making my Nigerian debut, fam.
Oh yeah, you're coming. You're coming. We're going. We're flying out there.
100%.
We have to chill with a motto, fam. The content.
A motto's not allowed to be there, bro.
You have to no, because a motto's gonna keep us.
A motto's a fury, man.
Lennox is gonna be there as well, bro. It'll be bro.
It'll be so sick.
It'll be, bro. Imagine us, yeah, going to watch there. I wish there was a belt on the line as well, but it's fine if there isn't. This fight here is electric. It'll be so cool to be caught up in that. You got these UK versus America as a backstory. Then you got both of them being Nigerian. Oh,
that fight there, that makes anybody stand to attention because of what a fight that is going to be. That's not even. That's kind of live. Let's not even get excited on that. Let's not put.
Nah. Sometimes no, because we have to listen. We have to pivot. We have to have something to look forward to. We're in the mud. We've been in the mud, bro. The last 2 weeks are the worst 2 weeks ever. I'm just so happy that again on this weekend we got Clarissa Shields and Savannah. That's the only thing I'm excited.
Before we pivot forward to the future, I saw some talk that AJ potentially could be fighting Otto Wallin. I think that's a good fight still.
Otto, ain't he quite short and stuff though?
I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It's a good fight to have.
It's a good fight. It's like I hear it, but you know me, I don't even want the risk one. I want him to fight the name that I don't really know like that.
Remember, he's been in there with. I hear what you're saying, but I mean, remember, he's been in there with Usyk in it. Like going in there with Usyk 2 fights, 24 rounds, and then coming to fight Otto Wallin. It's a very different Otto Wallin fight. Whereas if you hadn't experienced Usyk at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what it looks like.
I don't know, man. I just want a guaranteed a gimme. I mean, he's a gimme. Give him a gimme. You see what I'm saying? Let him fight Charles Martin. He says he's at it. Let him fighting their old work. Let him go back, bro. Let him fight a Charles Martin. That can give him a bit of confidence. Then you say, give me an Otto Wallin. And then you say, I don't know. Then you say a challenge. No, you need to understand what is going on with his new coach.
But you know what it is, yeah? It's clear that as far as boxing output goes, AJ holds himself to a higher standard. Like, I think there's a lot more reservation from, like, his part where it's like, I can't put that out. I can't do that. Like, them man can do that. I can't do that. I can't.
You can do whatever you want, mate.
No, I hate.
No one cares. This is it.
I hear what you're saying. They don't care though. Do you know what I mean? If AJ was to announce Areola or Brazil again, people will talk for a bit, and then they'll just get on board with it. Just like how they're about to do with Chisora and Fury.
Yeah, he's fighting. My man fought Roman Reigns, bro. What are you talking about? In WWE, and then people watched it. It is what it is. Like people are gonna say, "Oh, what's he doing?" And then after they'll get over it. So do what you want to do. If you need to go and learn, or you're doing your workshopping, all you're talking about is workshopping. You need to understand you and your coach need to form a better relationship. It was good in the last fight, but it needs to. You can improve on those things just to understand each other, and he understands when he needs to speak to you, when he can leave you alone. Or all these things you kind of need to work out, but then confidence is needed as well. You need to elevate so you feel, you know what, I do knock people out. There's always a good feeling to say, you know what, yeah, maybe this is me. And even if I want to put it into football terms, Like, I'll use my team, United, right? We got a new manager. At first, he's known for great football. This guy's just worked on defense, and we play on the counter attack. Gradually, you're now starting to see us high press, looking after the ball. And this is after a certain amount of games because he knew mentally we had problems. And then he saw it. He said, we lost 6-something the other day, 6-3. Yeah. And he said, you lot capitulated mentally. And this boxing thing, just to bring it back to boxing, where AJ had some issues was mentally. Like, there's no one that can, and it's gonna be a weapon, it's gonna be used against him, against fighters that are trying to claw and take something. They all mention it, even if they're dead fighters and stuff. They, like, when Char was mentioning AJ's mental, he feels he can say that now because AJ's shown a chink in his armor. So AJ needs to do certain things. So whenever he's back in that room and his mental deficiency or in that moment shows up, he knows how to deal with it. Bat it away. Nah, bruv. But if you're asking yourself certain questions, I would rather him really rebuild and go back out there. Because now it's broken, you can fix it. Don't rush.
For me, I think the main thing I'll drill into AJ, like, because what we've seen, just going by the stuff we've seen, and it's, you know, as an indicator going forward, is men that are nice to AJ, they find success. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if you've woken him up and he hates you, then you get a more, you know what I mean, gung-ho energy about him. So my thing would be, you building that thing where it's like, kill the nice guy, bro. Be able to kill the nice guy. Don't let that brother like make you, you know, take you off guard by being respectful to you. Don't let that happen, because that's twice Ruiz and Usyk. They both came with the nice guy approach.
Yeah.
Even when they might have said something different in the interviews, shake hands and it ends in a selfie. Did that. These men are not your friends.
No one is.
They are playing chess with you. And that's the thing. That's the part where I'm like, if you can take that energy that you'd have for Fury, because best believe when that fight goes to head and it's a press conference face to face, forget everything that's ever happened in my career. You're the one. Yeah. Everybody has to be the one. Everybody has to be the one. That same intensity. That's what I
MJ did it, right? MJ did it, and this what I'm talking about is
create the narrative. Yeah,
mentality. All it is a mentality. Again, Kobe has it with the Mamba mentality as well. But it's that thing of saying, you know what? As soon as I have a target, as soon as I know that me and you're gonna fight, you now switch into something else until that fight is done. When it's done and dusted, we can be friends again. But as far as I'm concerned, you said everything about me. You've gone crazy. You've done things that you should never have done. And I have to let you know. I have to let you know right now in this moment. That's the shift that is needed. I believe that's the shift that'll make him successful. I think MJ once said that this guy said stuff about his family members and rare. And then after
made up.
Yeah, he made up.
But and the maddest thing is MJ was chatting to him, like responding to the stuff that was in his own head. And the guy's looking like, what are you talking about?
Imagine being that player. And you're thinking, I didn't say that, bro. Like, he just, and he's like,
you know what I mean? It's insane. It's insane. Like, even like it's just that killer mentality. It's not win mentality, it's kill. And I don't mean literally, but it's I mean the relentlessness.
Takeout. It's the takeout. Yeah, that's all it is. Again, want to move things on, man.
Yeah,
Savannah Marshall is finally Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, Baumgardner, Michaela.
I'm very excited for Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer, bro, because mate, them facing off. You know, when you're looking at things thinking this could steal the night, this could be fight of the night. I look at them too, and I'm like, the energy, the matchup, the personality clash, it has everything. I mean, so does Shields and Marshall, but this one there, I feel like it's going to be way more intense straight out the gate.
I don't know. I feel like the intensity could have been lost in this moment. And the reason why I say that is the time off. You remember you train in a certain way for, like, it's all the sports science is all there, right? And then it's like now we've hit a physical peak, right? and this is it. We're ready to fight. Now, with the loss of the queen, it's changed. Like everything's changed. So now, am I going to be at the same intensity that I need to train more? Is there something? Now we're in uncharted waters almost. Like this is not where we're supposed to be. So I'll be interested if a lot of performances look different on the night.
I hear what you're saying, and it does change things. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like you say, you design a camp for you to peak at a certain time. So now you you wind down, and then you want to peak back up again. You might respond to it differently, and the output could be different than it would have been the other night. The other thing I think is,
but then that gives me more things to Savannah though. Now that puts Savannah in for me somewhat of an advantage because I do believe that Clarissa. No, I think Clarissa's a rhythm fighter. It's timing. I think if let's say we go down a level, I think Savannah's always just gonna hit hard, and she's always gonna be that type of fight. I don't know if she don't come across to me as the sharpest of sharp fighters, right? Or does she need to rely on that incredible sharpness? Yes, she's on target, but I'm talking about just timing, being in the right place at the right time, and that kind of stuff. That's the point I'm talking about. She's always gonna throw those heavy shots. She's always gonna back her up and to land. So that's why I thought maybe it gives her a small advantage. That's in my head. I don't know though. This is theory.
I mean, for me, I just feel like the management of someone's camp just comes down to their training and their. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody's gonna have more of an advantage based on that alone. You see what I'm saying? I think I get what you're saying, but that would suggest that Clarissa Shields is gonna be off for some reason. Like, it's not gonna. I mean, it comes down to how they both manage their camp. Realistically, they've got to go back 2 weeks. You take them off, take a week off, and then you go back to the later stage of the camp. But sometimes that extra time is more beneficial because now your sparring is done, all that stuff. A lot of people come out of their camp injured. Do you see what I'm saying? They come out, the sparring was intense, a couple niggles here and there, you're a bit tender on that shot, the right arm is a bit. Do you know what I mean? You get to kind of manage those and go.
Would you risk fight a sparring though in this time that there was off? Would you spar? Was it light spar?
Of course, there'd be sparring. There would be sparring, but it would, because again, you're going back whatever it would happen at that stage, that distance from the fight, you go back there. So it's just a case of you managing it right. Maybe not as intense because you just had a full camp anyway. But do you know what I mean? I think that preparation comes down to just their training, like their trainers and how they manage the camp. I don't think anyone's going to come into the ring any less sharper because of this. What I was going to say, the timing of the Queen passing for this fight, this one has been affected the most because it was literally fever pitch. No other fight was happening that week, whereas this week is loaded. Like, Wilder's back, Devin Haney's fighting. I think Caleb Plant is fighting this Saturday as well. Like, it's not as loud. You see what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate because now you can't get Clarissa Shields and Savannah to start piping up again because then it's a bit contrived. Like the timing of the amateur bout, the leaking, and we all got to watch it and think, well, I watched it and thought, Savannah lost that, bro. I don't understand how this has even become a thing. Like, all of that happened in that week. It was beautifully done. And now it's like, well, I mean, we can watch that stuff back and repost it, but we're here now. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we're stumbling into the thing.
So, yeah. But because of what's happened, it is sad. But because of the week that's happened, they'll pump up. And I'm telling you right now, Sky are gonna be in their bag when other shows don't happen. We're here to deliver.
I hate you, but my only pushback is it's still Thursday, and it's not suffocating the timeline like how it did last time.
No, he's gonna know that's gonna be on they're live. Fight night. Smith is gonna be in his bag. He's gonna be sending subtle shots, loud like cannons, to let us know that Sky will always try to deliver clean fights every night.
But you know what's mad though?
Yeah.
So on the subject of clean testing, apparently Mayer said that they haven't been tested for the fight.
They might not sign up for it.
Bruv, this is the problem.
No, because again, I know you want it to change, but in women's boxing, they ain't really getting the bag like that. They've been getting the bag, but VADA testing
it's not
not cheap, bro. So her purse is gone. After the thing say, raw, what's left? Then man, we spent all the money on testing. So again, until they make changes, what needs to happen is until they make significant changes,
infrastructure. That's it.
Infrastructure of boxing and that's all this situation can teach us. Because don't just throw the book at Connor and walk away and say, yep, we've done our job here. No. We need to look at why this is happening, why this keeps happening, and how can we make it stop happening? Yeah, very simple. There needs to be one body or one thing that we all listen to.
Thank you.
Yeah, everyone can still get paid. We can still take their pot from the pie. I don't know, take their slice of the pie. Everyone can get what they need to get. But there's one thing that we all recognize from it, even if it's like universally or just for this place, but they work together and there's a sharing of the information.
Testing at every level. At every level.
Yeah.
Because let's look at it now, right? Let's just say, right, just for the sake of this conversation. I remember my takes from way back in the day when I said, why don't you just let there be two separate ways to do boxing? These men that want to be on steroids and these men want to be clean. And let them stay separate. Yeah, and let them watch the steroid league. And I was chatting to another actor the other week, right? And like, bro, the steroid thing. Can you imagine if he goes, I'd watch that. He goes, I'd go crazy for that. He goes, I'd watch superhumans fight. Like he goes, I get it. Like obviously we want the thing to be fair in that, but it's like I don't watch boxing to watch what me and you would look like in there. No, I want to see absolute madness taking place. 12 rounds, end-to-end action, mad knockdowns, man's not staying down. He's still going. And I'm like,
no. I can't. Again, you know them ones. I think I watch a steroid league on the sly. You know the ones when you don't know that. I want you to know those.
Absolutely.
No, you can't. Wait, hold on. I have to play it.
I can't do it.
You can. You can do it. You can.
I can't.
Bro, you know what it is, yeah? It's like, I'm gonna leave that analogy alone. I'll tell you off the phone. I'll tell you off the phone.
Leave it alone.
But it's one of the things where, like, okay, let me get back to being serious now. Testing at every level, because if let's just say we did this, right? We get this boxer, right? Young guy, bit of potential, come to the gym, looking good, cool. Start of his career, he's won his first fight, won his second, got a decent face for promotion, for profile. He's looking all right. Pump this man up with steroids at this level until he gets to 20 fights in his career. Pump him up with steroids. He's obliterating everybody, Southern area, British level. He's getting them man out of here. Get him to the world stage. First fight in VADA testing. All right, let's get off the crap. Let's just make some money. Just talk up the big fight. Go get the big fight and then get him out of here. Like that's it. Boom, you're gonna lose because the guy's that guy there is the real one. But you gotta go over there. So what I'm saying is the thing I've just described here. How many men fit into that? We will never know.
So many. There's got
because when we start saying this guy beats these guys up, but at the top level, can he do it at the top level?
Tested. Listen.
The crazy thing is, mad names came to my head. Mad names.
I don't even think about it. Let's not even think about it because and the other part is it's not fair in it until these guys are like guilty. You can't. You know what I mean?
No. But what I'm saying is that case study of an explanation.
Oh, it's normal.
How many companies look like that?
Yeah,
but then cool. And this is why the thing needs to change because when you look at boxing like comes from like the best fighters come from poverty backgrounds. Let's not call it. You know what I mean? Like Eubank Junior and Ben unicorns in this team. Yeah. And there's obviously a couple other more, but that is not a commonality in boxing. Not at all. Right? So these guys come from these backgrounds. Why wouldn't I do that? Because if I don't do this and whatever effects this thing is going to have on my body, my life away from this possibility is really bad regardless. So, yeah, cool. Health second. I'll deal with the consequences of this thing later because I'll have money by then, right? So the intent to do that, Eubank Jr. was going to get in the ring regardless. Fighters, their mindset is different. And I say this all the time. They're not normal people. Yeah, let's go. So for you to regulate this thing, you're going to have a body that's like testing at every level regardless. So if you do it like a taxing system where the biggest P's, the guy that make the most money, some of that is, boxing tax.
Help for the grassroots.
And it goes down and it contributes.
To let man get the testing as well. And to make it safe because he's going to step up and one day probably see you in the ring. So it's just to make sure that the right person actually gets to fight you, that he makes it fully on merit.
It protects you down the line.
Yeah, it protects you down the line, 100%. That's the infrastructure and change that needs to happen in boxing. But again, boxing, they don't work together.
No,
that's the key. They're all the while I like the petty relationships and stuff, these men are not working together at all. And then but what I find strange is who's Chisora assigned to?
258.
Oh, 258, not Matchroom.
I think I don't know if he's got a deal. I don't know what his situation is, but he's 258 management.
Okay. It's mad how 258 can just sort out a contract with them, man, and it's
it's two different types of contracts, isn't it? Like that's not.
I know what I'm
mad.
saying. It's
that's not even mad. No, what's mad is
come to the table and actually draw something out, and it can be completed. That's the way we on. If we want to.
What's mad is when you say that talks have broken down, and then you end up still having talks with the same people about someone else. So then talks didn't break down, did they? Talks continued, but the convo shifted.
That's what I mean. That's the point.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. That's the point. Now
I see. No, I thought you were comparing the contracts. I was like,
no contract. No, I know those contracts are white. Like, there's no way Chisora contract looks the same as AJ contract.
It was apart.
That's a crackhead. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the how you look at the same table. If
it kills your story when you can say they haven't come back to us. So who you been chatting to organize Chisora's thing? It's the same man. It's literally the same guy. Like, what are you doing here? I'm like,
they haven't answered the phone, mate. I haven't answered the phone.
They haven't answered the phone.
They haven't answered the phone. But fights off.
Bro, it's KD. It's KD. I know he answers his phone.
So, mate, you can answer it. I'm not calling you about Anthony Joshua. Hello?
All right, we can speak.
Hi.
As if. Oh, this thing is hilarious, bro.
Fights off, mate. I've never seen.
Fights off, because you don't get back to me about that.
No, anyway. But I've never seen two parties, because I'm going to say both parties. I've never seen two parties so willing to say the fights off in my life. You know, when you both know that, it's like, bro, you know, like you call me and say, should we go out? Mixy boys there. Let's go and just hit the streets or whatever. But then you get to the day, you're like, I can't be bothered. So you call each other and you're both doing it. Hey, so what time do you have to be there? You start asking dumb questions. Hey, what's the dress code though, dude?
Yo, you still on it?
So wait, is it a shooting or
you still trying to do all this?
I'm not really like, if it's a shooting, I don't think we should go, bro. How are they gonna tell us how to dress, bro? Dress code for us, for big men. Nah, let's allow it.
I'm in a tracksuit vibe today.
I hear that. You know what? Let's allow it.
It's the tone of voice, though. Yo, you still trying to do this? That there tells you everything you need to know about his intentions. It's like, well, are you? Yeah. No, I'm down. I'm checking to see what you're saying, because if you give me a reason, I'm done with this.
You both put the phone down. You both put the phone down, and the night's off, and you're happy, bro. Go back to the missus like memes.
Yeah, it's a celebration in the kitchen. Man, bear those. But you know what is, it's one of the ones where I'm off the AJ and Fury. Like it feels like yesterday, so it feels far back in the past. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Spencer and Tunde, Fight Is Right, had a chat.
Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to those guys. I'll be honest with you, man. When I saw the written statement from Eubank Senior on their thing, I was like, bro, okay. You can't. Yeah, it's the old school connect. You can't doubt Spencer's black book, boy. He'll get his man on the line. It's great. So yeah. But it's cold. So anyway, I heard the phone interview, and I gotta say, man, it's definitely one of the most chilling things ever hearing an emotional Eubank Senior. You see what I'm saying? Like, we know him from our interview with him in Vegas. When the panel comes out, you can't hear, go feel. But it's one of the ones where he's like, "Yo, you tried to murder my boys. Like, you tried to murder my boy. Like, he's like, I'm coming for you."
Who's he coming for?
When he said that, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very confused, because in that, there's so much there. He says, he says, now you want to tell me you want to be your own boss. He goes, I had a plan for your career. Basically, how he described it was very much like a Liam Smith. Who else was there? And then it ends on Triple G. He goes, and that's your career. Like that's your out, right? And you listen to that, it sounds sensible, but it's like remember when we spoke ages ago about the turmoil in their relationship?
Yeah,
I believe now more than ever we was on the money.
Oh yeah,
Because when he starts talking about, he looks up to a man like Floyd Mayweather. Now in the ring, absolutely fantastic, amazing. But outside the ring, that's not a man. He goes, he starts talking about the flashy thing, and now you want to do this, you want to live that life and be the flashy guy, And it's like, children of today, and it's that kind of line. My only pushback on that conversation is, it is interesting when you become a parent, how swiftly your memory changes on what you were like as a youngster.
Bro, you had the monster truck.
He had a monster truck and a lorry, bro, in the middle of central London. Now, I understand there's more to it. It wasn't just a case of that, but Eubank Senior. Every time I speak about Eubank Senior, what's the word I use, bro? Showman.
Yeah.
The guy was a showman. Now, it's funny because, parents grow up and they get to a mature phase in life and are unable to accurately see themselves in their children.
Yeah.
This is so the same thing.
Yeah.
And the problem he has now is the level of stubbornness that Eubank Senior had in his heyday, Junior has. And I believe that the crux of this issue comes from slight resentment in how his career has turned out. Because, you mentioned Chris Eubank Jr.'s career, and it's not long before people start to say it's a waste of time. It's a wasted career, or they make jokes, or they get it gets to that. He hears that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, his personality type that we've seen in this thing is
on your podding right now.
Bro, it's star worthy. Like, when I was saying, I didn't even know it was this good when I was saying all the stuff I was saying about him winning a belt. The world that if Eubank wins a belt, imagine, I had nothing to base it on. Bro, we've seen this man lead a pay-per-view circus like an absolute professional. Even afterwards, he's taking pictures of fans, organizing meet and greets,
taking title removals,
paying for Conor Benn titles to be removed off bodies. Bro, the guy he's managed this thing perfectly, but this man has all the ingredients of being a star. The only thing that doesn't match up with that is the resume. So when you go back to those moments when the Triple G fight was being arranged, and these negotiations were being done, and the things fell through, and now we're going over to ITV Sports, and now we're going to America, and we're getting away from, and it's like those years were the years where you could have done an absolute madness.
Mismanagement.
Eubank Senior has an aggrieved experience with boxing and specifically matchroom. That you being involved and trying to protect your son from your experiences can be a hindrance. It's like my mom saying to me, don't sign with an agent because all they're going to do is take your money. Just keep in mind, I can do this thing, because she's now at a stage where she knows how to navigate. Whereas me as a young comic coming up in this game, and now I'm like, I'm not only am I not experiencing the great things, I'm not experiencing the bad things that prepare me in the way they need to prepare me. So I look at Junior's situation, I think there could be some resentment that stems from that. So this fight comes up and he's looking at it like, whatever the terms, I want to be in a big fight. Take it. Senior says, I can't support you as you make a decision that bad.
Yeah. Because as you said, when you saw him, bro, he looked emaciated in that thing. While I was at that weight, you say, look, while you wanted to make all your decisions, that's a bad one. It's like that. That's a bad one. It's like it's that thing of remember that Kanye, how you ain't got the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers. And then you get the new video and he's like, maybe he had the answers.
I've been doing this more than you. I will never forget how crazy that was.
It was insane, but someone was there, and that's what when the person that's climbed the taller tree can see more, sees all of it, right? While you feel that you're on a level, you haven't seen it, and it's like that point that you make as well about parenthood, right? Or just your children and stuff. There was one day, I was picking my daughter up, from school, and my daughter's me, like in a sense of I would say she plays with reckless abandon, She just playing. She don't know where her stuff is, bro. And we be getting them buying these bottles that they all have at school, these Smiggle bottles, fam. Bam, 15 to 20 pounds on a drink bowl that you got in your house. Yeah. Bro, when she comes out, yeah, no bottle, no jacket, nothing. I'm mad. Yeah. I'm mad, but then I'm like, I've done all of this. This is me. This is me again. So I want to be mad, yeah. But then I remember how many times I got Grant, bro. My parents sent me shopping to go get trainers. I left the same trainers on the bus, fam. I got off the bus, forgot the trainers. The thing now went down. You have to understand. See that face that he made, yeah.
That's hilarious.
See that face he made. And these were my going back to school trainers. These were the things I was gonna. These are the joints that I was gonna get me through this year. Yeah. There was, you know, the workouts that you got to wear, the Reebok workouts, all black. Yeah?
Yeah. That's football. You could even sneak it past the teachers as a school shoe.
Everything is universal, bro. And now so it's like I have to remember. I always try to remember what I was like as a youth, and then, but at the same time, how I try to work with my child, because you want to protect them. You want to protect them from what you've gone through, but you have to understand, different time, they're not you. So while I'm in there, my mom's in there as well. Like there's all these things.
That's right. Yeah, there's elements.
All these things are in there. So they're gonna have a different experience to you. So I can't just block, like I can't just like my mom, this is what my mom used to call me slow poison. My mom used to call me slow poison because she's like, you are slow. No, you are slow. But then it was in my head. So I'd be telling myself I'm slow, but I caught myself calling my daughter slow. And then she started to catch on to it. And I was like, that's wrong. You know, when you have to you're carrying on, you're perpetrating, you're doing stuff that is in the hindrance. So now I'm like, babe, you're fast. So now I have to flip it. So she now believes the correct thing, the positive thing. And what's happened to Eubank along the way is sometimes, again, as they say, you have to let go, but with the right amount of guidance, the safety net. So then I feel comfortable coming back to you, because when that contract came through and they said you have to be at this way, I should be able to meet my father and my dad say to me, I like where you're going. I think this is a cool thing. I like you're in control. Have a look at that again.
Yeah.
Have a look at that again. And even if it's his decision, because even if it's a Jedi mind trick, but you say, have a look at that again. When was the last time I was at that weight? Right. I don't know.
Let's talk about it properly.
You're asking for a lot, and end of the day, you want to be successful. I know you can beat him, but let's be safe. That's a dangerous weight, but have a look at that again, son. I'm with you. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, actually, because this is now my decision. More so than I'm your dad. I know everything that's right for you.
Yeah. And if you're not hearing it, I'm going. Those terms can't. A proper relationship, it's not going to work on those terms. Like I think about times where me and my dad have disagreed on something I said I'm going to do.
Yeah,
it's like the advice is there. You know, even the fight that I always talk about, you know, the one that I posted on the thing. My dad didn't want me to fight. I said to him, I want to fight. He's like, why do you need to box? And I'm like, yeah, I just want to do it. And anyway, we got past that. He's there in my corner.
He's there.
But it's one of them things where it's like, what I don't think you should do this, but at the same time, I'm gonna do my best to make sure you're okay in this route that you're taking and support.
Safeguarding, bro. Safeguarding.
If I was getting smoked in there, that's how I would have come in. Would have been him. He'd have thrown that. Before my trainer would have thrown that. Yeah.
It's so mad. I like that you say that, because even it draws me to a thing. T.I. tip. What do you call it? He's dealing with a situation with his son, right? And his son's kind of like road-ish. He's road-ish. And he said to himself, you know what? I've tried to teach him everything. He has to learn himself. Yeah. And he kind of put his hands up. He said, you know, cool. And then after some other guy got involved and started saying stuff about his son, well, he's reared himself back into the thing. The funny thing is, you can't, even though you say, I'm not going to get involved. Like my mom would say, if I hurt myself, she ain't falling out to the hospital. She's lying. She's coming. You know the ones, but they say that, but then you just have to, you can't step away, because your support and protection is always needed. And as he said, he's on the phone, he's on the show with Ade and the man saying, not Ade, sorry, with Spencer and Tunde, and saying, they tried to kill my son. Well, you would not, there was a disconnect. You weren't coming.
The conflict is
so that could have spoiled, bruv. Come on. So again, their lessons. All these things are it's hard lessons. It's hard lessons, and we don't know because I'm talking at this stage of my parenting. We're still our parenting is still young, right? We're still young. Our kids are still young, right? So we'll know what we're saying when they say, "Raw, this is the career of choice." I'm going for, and then we're like, "Ooh."
It's real, and it's like again, like in my journey, my daughter's 11. Yeah, I mean, little man 4 now, and it's like the one thing I kind of keeps me at, you know, sometimes you have a moment where you think that was some good parenting still. Like I was in my bag with how I handled that. Like I have those moments, and what allows me to get to that place is when I start by going, let's go back to when I was a child and what this moment was, what it was for me, and what my parents did that worked, and what I would probably have taken out now that I'm in the seat. And go from there. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes when that disconnect happens, when Eubank Senior thinks about himself, his version of himself is today's version. Do you understand? It's like when the difference in that is how Mike Tyson talks about himself versus the old him. He doesn't conflict. Like there's an absolute accurate reading of. He
knows who that guy is.
Ego, poised, believed in himself, thought he was a god. Like he knows where he's coming from. Them. Whereas I think when Senior says like, you're like Mayweather, you look up to that. And I'm like, how do you see yourself? Because you quickly will understand Junior faster than anybody else in this world because he saw you. Yeah. He is looking at that. I remember watching Ronnie Davis have to slap Eubank between rounds. Eubank wouldn't go back to the corner. So when I hear Ronnie Davis say, Junior, just listen to anyone.
Listen to anyone.
Who do you think he's following? Do you understand? There has to be a moment, right, where, and this is not me telling Senior how to handle his business in any element.
No, but it's
parenting. Now I can speak in that conversation now. Do you see what I'm saying? And as the young man who still deals with my dad today, as a man now who deals with my son and my daughter, so it's like I can see it from both sides. And there's gonna be a way to move forward that doesn't really involve you barking at him. He's not 10. That's a big man over there. He's a millionaire.
It's a big man.
And he's only operating at 60%, baby. So imagine that man at 100.
Nah, but listen, you lot, we reached the end of the pod. Yeah, man, everyone stay blessed. Look after yourself. Obviously, till next time. We're out of here, fam.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's do another one.
Yo, people.